In 1986, Cleveland tried to rewrite its future with a single spectacular stunt. A charity event, a citywide celebration, and a world record in the making. 1.5 million balloons released all at once over downtown Cleveland. A moment meant to prove the city was more than its ugly nickname, the mistake on the lake. For months, volunteers worked under a giant net stretched across an entire city block, filling balloon after balloon, imagining headlines that would finally put Cleveland back on the map. The plan was simple: outdo Disneyland's world record balloon launch and show the world that Cleveland was rising. But while the city prepared for its big moment, something else was happening on Lake Erie. The night before the event, a violent storm tore across the water. 2 local fishermen never made it home. Their empty boat was found drifting at dawn, and the Coast Guard launched an urgent search as families waited for answers. Back downtown, over 100,000 people packed Public Square. The balloons were ready, the nets were full, and another storm was closing in. Postponing wasn't an option, so they launched early. A roar rose from the crowd. The sky exploded into color. Cleveland had done it. A world record, a moment of triumph. But triumph lasted only minutes. Cold air and incoming rain shoved the balloons back down toward the city while they were still fully inflated. They didn't drift away, they fell, by the hundreds of thousands. Runways at Burke Lakefront Airport clogged instantly, forcing all flights to halt. Streets shut down as cars skidded over drifts of balloons. Bulldozers were sent to clear the chaos. And out on Lake Erie, the search turned impossible. The water was now covered in thousands of bright, bobbing balloons, each one looking eerily like a life jacket, a head, a body. A Coast Guard officer would later say it was like searching for a needle in a stack of needles. 2 days later, the search was called off. Both fishermen's bodies eventually washed ashore. Balloonfest earned Cleveland a Guinness World Record. Once. Then the category was permanently removed. What was meant to uplift a city became one of the most surreal and tragic public spectacles in American history.